The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10.
319, 258.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action.
Let's go, come on.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is T.J. Logan to return it. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Here we go. 319.
And they start the second half with Johnson. Well, the pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here we go now. 319.
Play action here with Rosen. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end, can be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Rosen on 1st down. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13.
Here we go.
They'll run it with Johnson. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hurry up, here we go.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Let's go.
And they'll run it here. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here we go. Green 39.
Here's the rookie from Fordham. It's Chase Edmonds. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here we go. Green 39.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Dawson's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Now after the made field goal, here's Dawson back out now to send this one away on the kickoff. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 21.
319.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
319.
They go play action here on 1st down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The veteran safety Antoine Bethea there on the defensive coverage. Well, CD, looking back to Thanksgiving, we had the typical triple header. Did you enjoy while digesting the turkey and pie?
I certainly did, and I think I'm still digesting the turkey and pie. But, you know, you have the traditional ones. You have the Lions who host and the Cowboys who host, and the Lions hosted the Bears this year. And despite the fact the Bears didn't have their starting quarterback, Mitchell Trubisky, how about what Chase Daniel did? They went in there and took the measure of the Lions for the 2nd time in a 3-game span. And then the Cowboys against Washington. I thought that was a terrific game, and Dallas got a much-needed win.
Yeah, Amari Cooper with 2 touchdowns, and all of a sudden they're sitting atop the NFC East.
Yeah, tied with Washington, and they split their season series. So a lot of football left to be played in that division. And, of course, we finished it all up. Atlanta at New Orleans, and how strong and how hot are the Saints?
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Rodgers to throw on 3rd down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 58 yards. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point try now for Crosby. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. Crosby on now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here we go. 3-19.
On play action, Rosen to the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Green, 39.
Here's Rosen. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Caught by Nelson left side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Set. Green, 39. Green, 39.
3rd and long here for Rosen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Bashad Breeland. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, you could just see this one coming, couldn't you? It's an obvious passing situation, 3rd and long. The defense is going to bring in 2 more defensive backs and say, you want to throw? Go ahead. We dare you. And there's just no one open anywhere as they come away with the interception.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
3-19.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
3-19.
Rodgers now to throw. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
The Packers on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3.
319! 319!
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
Rodgers again now. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now Crosby for the point after. Crosby with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Crosby on now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Here we go now. 319.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Nick Perry in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be third down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
Let's go.
On third down, Rosen. He's going to wind up and air it out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked him.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and it didn't do it very often.
Rodgers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Jones. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The Packers on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6.
319.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And Crosby puts it through, and that will get the lead up to 14. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Here we go now.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19.
Again, it's Johnson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Now let's go. 3:19.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he's got Gresham. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue Lightning. Blue Lightning.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. Got a man open, it's Ricky Seals-Jones. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Rosen off the play action. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The 6-time Pro Bowler, Clay Matthews. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
Now let's go. Green 39.
They go to Johnson again, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On to try the field goal now, Phil Dawson. And Dawson's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Now after the made field goal, here's Dawson back out now to send this one away on the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
On first down, Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Rodgers to throw on second down. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The Packers on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun. Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way and worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Hey, 319.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. After the interception, here's Rosen. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Trying to decipher what's going on out. I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad
on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. 319.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Rosen will throw. And that's incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Here's Andy Lee now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Tackle made there by Josh Bynes.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And Graham's got it over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Well, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Now Rodgers operating from the gun. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now Rosen. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And he's able to get up here to the 26. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. second down. Here's Rosen. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
After review of the play, the movement on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
All right, here we go.
On third down, Rosen. He's got a man. It's Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
Here we go. 3-19.
Now Rosen on first down. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From midfield now, here's Rosen. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Rosen on 1st and 10. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
A lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Now let's go. Green.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. Pushing his way through. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. On first down, it's Rosen. And Gresham's got it over the middle. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Again, it's Rosen. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Here we go now.
He'll get it up the middle, and that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Nick Perry getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
On to try the field goal now, Phil Dawson. This a 33-yard attempt. And Dawson's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Now after the made field goal, here's Dawson back out now to send this one away on the kickoff. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They go play action here on first down. Caught left side by Cobb. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
3-19.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Robert Kimdichie, the one to bring him down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Again, it's Jones. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
To pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Getting set to go again. We get a peek at Larry Fitzgerald as he heads back out there now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. Caught right side, Gresham. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He'll look to throw. Screenplay, Johnson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. He's back to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Rodgers throwing here. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. All right, so the timeout over, and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Here's Jones. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. And now the Cardinals are going to use another timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
319.
They'll go again to Jones. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play.
Let's go, come on.
The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
One final shot here for Rosen. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.